shtick with doing a tour of the Netflix studios and running into Allison Brie and Jim Rash.
And they do a scene pretty much from Community.
Yep, pretty much, yeah.
I thought it was good. I thought it was fine. It was cute. It was fine.
Yeah. Yeah, 6 seasons and a coffee, am I right?
And welcome. Don't you love that I just like jump in there? It's so much fun. And to the Something Random podcast. I'm going to start over because that was fucking weird.
Yes.
Take 2. Do something weird, Michael.
Speed.
Sound speed. and welcome to the Something Random podcast, where sometimes we talk about movies, sometimes we talk about television, but we always talk about something random.
I don't know why that was so funny to
It
me.
wasn't that funny, but
This
it was
is
still
why
good.
we keep you around, Joel, is that you laugh at the weirdest stuff sometimes.
Oh.
So you were doing an intro. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I am your sassy host. I'm super sassy this week, guys. Your sassy host, Charles Joseph Kelly.
And I'm your snarky host, Michael C. Macbeth. And our snickering host over here is Joel Adams.
Reckon she's sassy.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hi, sassy pants.
Man, how you been? It's been forever.
I know, it's not like we just recorded an episode and we're jumping directly into another episode.
No one needs to know that.
No behind the scenes info.
No!
Spoiler alert.
Oh no.
So can we... I know we kind of explained it a little bit in the last episode, but Michael, why are you not here this week?
I am in Florida.
What are you doing this exact moment? 8 a.m. on Wednesday. I don't even know what the fucking day is. Wednesday.
Ask that again, because I burped.
Actually.
So, Michael, a quick question for you, because you're not here right now. You are a hologram, Michael, this
Yes.
week. You are the Tupac of
I'm
this
an
show.
audio hologram.
You are an audio hologram. Is that it? Yeah. Or, sure.
Just the
That's
voice.
a good joke. So, it is now officially 8 a.m. on March 7th. Why are you not here, and what are you doing at this exact moment?
I am in Jacksonville, Florida. And I am on my way to the theater to watch a children's show that my good friend is performing in.
Wow, what show?
I don't even know the title of it.
Then you're not a good friend.
Okay, sass.
Yep.
He said he was sassy.
He did say he was sassy.
Kinda young, kinda now, sassy.
So, what have you guys been doing in the last 5 minutes since we recorded the last episode?
Well, apparently I've been hanging out at Disney World and Legoland.
Did you go to Harry Potter Planet?
I did not go to Harry Potter World this time.
Oh.
I already did that for 4 days. So
Oh. I went on Instagram.
You went on Instagram?
Yeah.
Did you check out Vero?
Yeah, no.
I
It's like almost to this point where it seems like we're being paid to talk about this in like social media, but
I still
trust me,
have 5
we're
minutes.
still not being paid.
still have 5 minutes before I can enter my verification code.
Again, verification? Is that what it's called? Your verification? Is that what they call it?
If you don't know what we're
No.
talking about, go listen to the last show.
It's a confirmation code.
Oh.
So, anyway.
But that would be good.
So, gentlemen,
Yes.
how are you?
Good.
Great.
Ugly. I don't know. That's how I'm feeling. Yeah, let's move this thing.
All
We're
right.
getting a little weird and wonky right now. So, what have you guys been watching this week?
Well, just
In the last 5 minutes.
on a whim, I caught the first episode of Joel McHale's new Netflix show.
Michael, that was the one I was going to talk about.
Well, you guys can collab now.
I'm okay.
ahead.
Here's what we're gonna do.
Go.
We're gonna talk about it at the exact same time.
All right.
No, we're not, because that's terrible radio. You go first. I will, and then yes, and I will yes and you. This is gonna be
Okay.
an improv game.
All right. Well, so
first of all, tell us what the show is called.
it's the Joel McHale show.
Oh, okay.
On Netflix,
That's not what it's
featuring
called.
Joel McHale.
It's called The Joel McHale Show with Joel McHale. That's the title.
It is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And I don't know. I mean, like, I enjoyed Community, but Joel McHale's comedy style is a little.
Did you ever watch The Soup?
I did never watch
Is it like The Soup?
It's the soup.
It's the soup
It's the
on
soup with
Netflix.
it's the soup with a new name where he kind of goes out of his green screen for 5 minutes to do other skits,
Okay.
and people show up in the audience.
Like on the street or
No.
No,
In
it's
the
just like
studio
in
audience.
the Netflix studio.
Okay.
So far is what the show
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, the soup was really good when it was talk soup. And
Yeah.
then I feel like it took the most bizarre turn. Like every season it came out, it got weirder and weirder and weirder. And it's like, it's not talk soup anymore. That's why they changed it to the soup. And yeah, so. Well, I mean, I'll probably still check it out because I think he's
It's
funny,
good.
but-
I mean, like it's a fun 30-minute, show. It's okay.
No.
It's just looking at current.
But they're only doing it once a week instead of the 5 times a week that the Soup was doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
So,
Did you guys ever watch Greg Kinnear on Talk Soup?
yeah.
He did it first.
Yeah, forever.
Yeah, he was. Oh, I loved him. He was so great.
So that's cool.
What just?
I don't know.
Michael just did this
Okay.
weird exercise.
So I have to keep reminding you, Michael, almost on a weekly basis at this fucking point, that the shit that you do cannot be seen by our audience. And when Joel and I stop and we're like, oh my God, what the fuck are you doing, man? Then I have to make you explain to our audience why we're the fucking freaked out.
I'm trying to test and see how focused you guys are.
I'm very
I was extremely
focused.
focused on you.
What? Okay, can you explain to me what that was?
I was just ducking under the microphone.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Okay, he makes it sound like that's an okay thing for people to do, but pretty much what he did. So
Hey,
our
you know what?
microphones.
Don't put me in a box, okay?
Okay,
Don't make me conform to your ideas of what isn't okay.
Let me explain to you in deep descriptive details
Go.
on what Michael was just doing. Okay, so our microphones first off are on these like nice little boom stands. He's doing it again to fuck
Go,
with
no,
me.
keep going.
Okay, no, it's okay. So they're on these boom stands, right? And they're lifted off the ground in kind of like an arch into our faces, right? So pretty much what Michael did is he bent over, like he was like trying to take a nap. And I'm gonna do this while I'm on the microphone, and it's gonna sound like shit. Ready? So then what happened was he kind of went away and underneath the microphone like some weird trick, and then he came back to it, and by the time he was almost there was when Joel and I stopped talking, and we were amazed at what the fuck just happened.
What was the greatest thing about this is I don't think you had the best view as I did because I could still see his facial expression, and it was like, I'm so proud of myself. He had this smile like yeah.
That just happened. All right.
Anyway, so talk soup.
So pretty much we're gonna be talking about what we watched this week, and in the time
What we watched was Michael-
was that Michael? That's
Listen.
what we watched just now.
All right.
It was so good. It was
Glad you
nice.
enjoyed.
Thank you. Thank
Anyway,
you.
I love Greg Kinnear on Talk Soup. Yes. Yeah. Is that
How do
where
we go past this?
Is that where we were?
We were talking about Greg Kinnear and about how we enjoyed Greg Kinnear, and then we started like Greg Kinnear into Michael's weird thing.
Okay, moving past that.
Moving past, go to your
Netflix.
thing.
The only thing I was going to say, I didn't watch it this week, but I watched it recently, and I'm excited to watch newer ones. David Letterman's doing his thing.
Oh,
on
it's so
Netflix now.
good.
The Barack Obama one, I didn't get through. I got bored. I have to tell you.
The George Clooney one, where like
I haven't watched that. Yeah, I haven't watched that one yet. I know it's out now, but he's interviewing Howard Stern this week, which I'm like really excited for because I'm a diehard Howard fan. But it's an interesting thing. It's so much different than a show because he would have guests out and talk to him, between 4 and 12 minutes, and now he's talking to them for like
an
90.
hour. Yeah,
and so it's a little different. But I'm excited to see more of it. And
I loved
people that are.
I
interesting.
loved the Obama one. It was very kind of eye-opening for me to see kind of like not the presidential side of Obama.
Yeah.
And a little bit, I wouldn't say less PC, but a little bit more,
But less PC.
less presidential.
Yeah.
Obama.
Less proper and
Yeah,
less on the books.
Oh, totally,
Yeah.
totally. And the same thing with the George Clooney one was so nice to just see this Michael.
David Letterman has this
Michael,
thing.
are you here? Are you here right now?
David Letterman has his thing.
David Letterman has this thing where he just puts people at ease, and he can and Howard does it too when he has people on, and he can just make them relax and feel like there's not an audience. And I think I want to try the Obama one again because I was actually falling asleep when I was watching it because I was tired, so I need to watch it again.
So it wasn't the content; it was your body.
other than that, I haven't watched much this week. But since I was working so much, I was listening to a lot of podcasts. I just wanted to mention what I listened to, because I don't think I've ever said that I listened to Sword and Scale and I love that show. And it's something that, like, even when I go through a lot of episodes, I can listen to old ones and still be fascinated by the stories.
Right.
And also, What's the Tea with RuPaul and Michelle Visage. That's a great podcast. If you've never listened to it, you should check it out, because it's a lot less. When you see RuPaul and Michelle Visage on TV, they're totally in their show mode and their character. And when they're on this, they're so much more laid back. It's kind of a breath of fresh air. So anyway,
so
check those shows out. That's
I want to talk a little bit about Sword and Scale.
Okay, go ahead.
You like the podcast?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Did you know that the host is a steaming pile of shit person?
I kind of gathered that. He seems kind of douchey. But...
So pretty much, he's been harassing people who have said, I don't want to be on your show, and still they're put onto his show, right? And he still has the rights to sometimes, because it's like legal stuff, like emergency calls, that kind of stuff. So he is being sued by multiple people at some points, and he doxes them. Do you guys know what doxing is? It's pretty much like getting people's personal information and then releasing it online so people harass them. And that's what he has done to people whose family members have been brutally murdered.
God.
Yeah.
That's where all those celebrity interview walkouts would be very appropriate.
Right. Another fun fact, I'm looking this up right now. He allegedly was requesting nudes from his female fans.
So, Noodles and Company?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Totally legit.
Have I told that bit
you have.
on the podcast?
Yes.
On the podcast.
Yes.
Okay.
About Twisted Noodle?
No, about
But say it again, because people that haven't heard that episode.
Okay,
are gonna-
so pretty much I think that Noodles and Company should deliver noodles.
So that you can have an app called Send Nudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we could say we send nudes. I think that's great. That's great marketing.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
So anyways, what else have you been paying it while watching?
Nothing.
Listening.
Not a gosh darn
Have you
thing.
listened? Okay, so
LeVar Burton reads.
have you guys listened to Derek's podcast yet? I'm gonna throw you guys into the hot seat.
No, I have not. Because I'm not a video game person. So
That's understandable.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I just haven't had time.
It's okay. I understand. I'm gonna cut this
But
part out.
okay.
So
What?
we're getting weird.
Super weird.
Talking about weird. Hey, Michael. Oh no, sorry.
He didn't quite do it right.
I didn't clear the mic. I was trying to duck underneath it. Wait, let me try again. There we go. All right. Watch out now.
That was very special. Like when you hit like the microphone on every single inch of your head. I'm gonna keep that in there.
Yes.
It's staying. So Joel, you
Yes,
have a
sir.
question for us.
I got to tell you, I've asked on my Snapchat for people to send in questions, and I got a handful. We've been going through them the past few weeks, and one person that listens to our show, who I never shout out because I just don't do shout outs, but I'm going to because she sent us like 4 or 6 questions, and we've used them all, is her she goes by Hello Billy. So hello Billy.
Hello, Billy.
Actually, I guess it would be hello Billy.
Hello, Billy. No, it's just hello, Billy.
You can follow her on Snapchat. She's hello Billy123.
Do we know this person in real life?
No, but we've been friends on the internet for a long time.
Oh, cool.
So yeah.
Awesome. Hello, Billy.
Hello Billy.
Hello, Billy.
She sent us this question. She wants to know, do we miss TV shows, theme songs, and why don't they have them anymore, and what are some of our favorites?
Okay, so I'm pretty sure my thoughts on this are going to be very similar to Charles.
Let's see.
So I will start by saying I watch a lot of Family Guy. I really enjoy Family Guy. And I admire not only the opening theme song, which is fun and like kind of chorus-liney, but
Kind of.
yeah, there's a kick line up a big set of stairs. So more 42nd Street.
42nd Street.
Yeah.
Get it right, moron. Just kidding.
Whoa.
It was being a Family Guy episode.
Bringing a gun to a knife fight.
Okay, sorry, keep going.
No,
keep
you're
going.
good. Well, just the commitment to actually having a large orchestra for every episode, and it means so something like The Simpsons or another animated show, like South Park. I mean, they whip those things out like
nothing
really quickly, and so Family Guy does struggle to stay current socially, so
Right.
some of their jokes are like, "Oh, that was several months ago."
Yeah.
But there is an unmistakable difference in how it feels to have an actual orchestra recording under every episode.
Yeah.
And it enhances the quality of it. That plus the theme song. Secondly, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Yep. Yeah, that's
because
the one I was
clearly
gonna
Rachel Bloom also misses TV show theme songs. She mentioned it in the commentary for the first season.
Uh-huh.
And it's a different theme song every season.
Yep. So
okay.
it's not only is it a different theme song in each season, but they play jokes off of it.
Oh my gosh,
Right.
so many great jokes.
So like first season, she goes like it's this whole like premise of like the backstory of why she went out to West Covina, California, right, from New York City.
It's almost like Bewitched.
Yeah.
With a combination of animation stuff and.
So and it's this funny bit where she's like, where they'll be like, oh, why are you in town? I was.
Yeah.
And then they do that every single season where they make jokes off of their theme song. They make it a bit. They make it a bat.
Okay.
A bat. Or the one where she was on the toilet, like actually watching that video on her phone.
Yeah, so without going into too much spoilers for the third season, which, by the way, the ending of the third season, holy crap.
I haven't watched past the Trent episode yet.
Get ready.
I spoiled it for Maya.
Don't you dare spoil it for me.
Because she said she finished it. And
and I almost had that happen when I was talking to another friend about it.
It's so good. Theme songs, specifically. I don't miss theme songs because I think there's a lot of shows that I watch specifically that have really, really good theme songs. One of the ones I was going to mention is Crazy Ex-Girlfriend specifically. But like, yes, there's the classic theme songs like Friends. Everybody remembers Friends. Everybody remembers Frasier. Everybody remembers Cheers. Everybody remembers MASH. Everybody remembers all these big shows. I remember the Smallville theme song verbatim. The House theme song is pretty good with the Massive Attack. Massive Attack. The song. That's the band.
Scrubs. Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, I think there's still a lot of really good theme songs. The ones that I think of now are mostly Netflix shows. Specifically, like BoJack Horseman is so good of a theme song. It just like that theme just fits what is going on in the show. And there's some really cool things that they do where they change up what's happening in the background of the scenes with what's going on in the show. So if characters die, they're no longer in the background. Or if new characters show up, they're hanging out in the background and stuff like that.
Okay, so here's a question for you. Since Netflix, has so much of their own original content, and that's just a big thing now, what do you think about the ones that don't have a theme song, the ones that just go straight into it because they know that people are binging and they don't want to listen to the same song 20 times in a row?
If there's a way to do it, I haven't figured it out yet. To set it to play the theme song because I like theme songs.
I love
it.
Theme songs.
Separates the show. I also like watching all the credits, and they also cut the credits short.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
Well,
I don't like that. I like to see the credits, and I like to hear the theme song.
You do have to manually choose to watch through the end credits. However, they have changed it now where you can
skip the intro.
You can skip the intro, but it defaults to give you the intro.
Right. And
gotcha.
It's not like it was.
It's very important to remember, too, that we are definitely the outlier in the situation. Most people don't care.
Yeah.
Like, they don't want to watch that. That's why they've added these buttons to skip to the next, content. Because nobody, besides us, nobody wants to listen to the theme songs.
Some people don't have time if they want to watch, if they want to watch several things in a row and they just want to know what happens, they want to skip stuff.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah, and it's one of those situations where I'm like, well, I want shows with really good theme songs. Like the Dexter theme song was incredible, and I think that
Just a great sequence overall.
right. And I mean, like those shows that use these to set the mood of their show is so necessary for me.
That's what I was gonna say. The theme song definitely helped set the theme for shows. At the beginning, it's like an overture almost. I mean, you know, a really short overture. But the sitcoms that I watch today that don't have there's so many that come to mind that over the past 10, 15 years, they just have like omitted theme songs almost. Two Broke Girls, Hot in Cleveland, Great News. Like they just don't have theme songs. And it's just kind of weird. I don't know. It's weird to me that they don't. And I know that they want to have more show content and more advertising time, you know, and stuff like that. But
I would like to say that like New Girl's intro up until like the last season and a half where they cut the intro out completely was fantastic. It was fun. Like they would have like a set and they would hold behind Zooey Deschanel where she was like, oh, she's in a bed now. The actual actors in the show would pull out the set and then she would like be walking in the street and they'd be holding birds and stuff like that. So much fun.
Yeah. I really enjoy when I'm rewatching Scrubs on Netflix, those like 3 episodes where they tried to redo the opening title sequence and theme song, and it's just I think they just got so much backlash for it they went back to the original almost immediately.
Because I know you've got kind of a list, and I'm sure you've got like a list of ones that you want to go through.
It's broken down too.
It's broken down.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I also want to applaud shows that are willing to focus not on intros. Like Lost is such a good example of like the perfect 6-second intro that just still sets the mood.
Which was originally just a placeholder, am I right?
Yeah, it was something that J.J. Abrams was like, I made this on my computer in 2 minutes.
What do you mean? What is it?
It's just a 3D the word Lost, and it just floats by, blurs out of focus, and that's it.
Like music or no music?
It goes like...
There's like a sound effect, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of them do. And like the intros are so short, it shows the title of the show, and that's, you know.
Heroes was a good example of that as well.
Yeah.
Just with the eclipse, and they made the sound effect, and boom, you're done.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I remember that, yeah. I didn't watch that very much.
And then they made the new series, and I watched it for 10 minutes, and then boom, I was done. It was a piece of shit.
Yep.
All right, now, I have a handful that, because when I think of theme songs, there's so many that I used to like to sing along with, okay? So I have a handful that I want to go through with super, like, just fun, happy lyrics. Of course, Three's Company. Everybody knows that. Come and Knock on Our Door.
Sure.
Growing Pains, Perfect Strangers, Family Matters, Saved by the Bell. But I want every one of our listeners to go to YouTube and look up every one of these shows I'm going to run through right now, because these are the instrumental theme songs.
Do you have Netflix links to all these? Do you have them memorized and written down so we can go through each individual show?
No. What do you mean?
So that you can spell out each individual Netflix.
They're not Netflix
URLs.
shows.
Oh gosh.
No.
Never mind. It was.
I said just go to YouTube and look up the theme song. All right.
Never mind. My joke is not funny.
I didn't know what you were going for there.
It's okay.
Go ahead, Joel.
Okay, these are old, okay? These are also going to age me. Sanford and Son may be one of the greatest theme songs of all time.
Sanford and Son is freaking great.
It's Quincy Jones. Also, What's Happening is one of the best theme songs ever. Go look these up if you don't know them, because they're great. The Rockford Files. Night Court.
Night Court is
Night Court used to be my ringtone.
Yeah. Night Court is one of those ones like Night Court, Welcome Back Kotter is probably on your list too.
It's not on my instrumental list, but it was a good song. I actually downloaded the John Sebastian song when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Or I guess I wasn't in high school, but it was yeah. Simon and Simon, Murder, She Wrote was great.
Oh yeah, Murder, She Wrote is great.
And so go check those out, because this is where the theme song used to be, I feel. People took pride in their theme songs, but not as much anymore. I don't know.
Not as much, since less people are watching specific channels, and they have to put more ads because of it.
Yeah.
Yep. There is that.
So I miss good hearty theme songs with laughing introductions where they laugh and catch the football and then look at the camera and point, and stuff like that. I mean, they don't do that anymore. They just don't.
The endings of Police Academy.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm so sad that show didn't last. That show is so beyond its time.
Wait. There's a Police Academy show?
Yeah.
Not Police Academy. I'm sorry.
But it's this...
Police Squad.
It's called Police Squad.
Police Squad.
That's my bad.
Police Squad.
Yeah, Police Squad.
It was the Naked Gun was the movie
there was a new version of it because I know there was an old one.
No, it was the classic one.
Oh, I thought you were talking about they rebooted it or something.
No. Well, I mean Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but
basically.
Yeah, but it's that ending card where they would just like all freeze frame and everything would fall like around them, or like some dude would like the villain of the episode would get out of his handcuffs because everybody's frozen. So good.
Amazing.
That's good stuff.
Or the coffee.
Yeah, just pouring the coffee. It's just like burning his hands.
To pour out. Yeah.
Ah, it's so good.
Good shit.
So, Michael.
Oh, yes.
You have a sponsor for us this week?
Oh man, do I ever have a sponsor?
I think you're gonna pull this out of your ass.
I am so ready for this, you guys.
I can tell.
This is brought to you today.
Keep bringing it out because I know you still don't have an answer.
Stalling? No, you're gonna wish I was stalling. I just got it. Okay, this episode is brought to you by Crock Pots.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a good answer.
Giving you food on the fly when you have a double Saturday show.
Okay, Saturday show.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
I wouldn't say on the fly because they slow cook.
Well, I mean, but they, that's the thing. Like you start,
you could get your food.
You start prepping for the first show. Before you do that, you just toss something in a crock pot, and then once you're done with the show, it's ready.
Okay.
Slow cooking.
I love crock pots.
I've got some questions for you for this whole scenario. You're doing a double, right? So you get to the theater. It's a matinee. You're probably at the theater probably about noon.
If I'm serving, I get there by 11.
By 11. So you're there by 11 o'clock, right? Do you bring your slow cooker with you and just hang out in your next to your vanity at the theater? And you need to say yes and just so we can play in this universe.
One is provided by the theater as well.
Wait, there's a crock pot at the theater?
Yeah.
Yes, and it's filled with
meatballs.
Really?
Meatballs?
Sometimes.
That's a good meatball. That is a good meatball.
Beans and wieners,
Hot wieners. Hot wiener. I got wieners here.
I mean, with
Give me another one. Give me another one so I can do another impression.
Chili?
Chicken fingers. Chili.
Why would there be chicken fingers?
Chicken fingers in a crock pot?
I was ad-libbing. I was yes-anding.
Okay.
You're not supposed to say no.
That's okay.
Chicken?
I understand.
Chicken?
I understand. Not really chicken because chicken dries out in a crock pot.
Chicken is not the one. I mean, yeah, like a pulled chicken, maybe.
Possibly, but it dries out
pork.
unless you have it in a deep sauce, it'll dry like nobody's fucking business.
So, but you did.
Welcome to the Something Random Cooking Show, where sometimes we talk about chicken, sometimes we talk about meatballs, but we always talk about rotisserie beef.
This is the cooking segment of our show.
Rotisserie beef? Okay.
Now, so you had meatballs and you had wieners?
Well, I'm citing different instances.
Oh, little cock doggies. What movie is that from?
Wieners and the little nuts.
That's from Billy Madison? No, it's one of them.
No. Rat Race.
Oh, never mind.
Mr. Bean goes, look, little cock doggies. And she goes, they're called cocktail weenies. And he goes, weenies. I'm still learning. Anyway.
That's good.
Okay, good. I make a mean vegetarian chili in a crock pot for you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tractor beam. Sucker.
I make a mean butternut squash chili that can be vegetarian.
I don't make things in crock pots myself.
You don't? I thought you
wait, you just
I don't have a crock pot.
I thought you
of
said
my
you
own.
brought one to the theater.
Because he told me I had to say yes.
Oh.
On threat of kicking me off the show, I guess.
So you're a liar.
It's okay.
He's a phony.
It's okay. Hey, Michael, do you know what I have to say to that?
What? Okay, play by play. He is putting his head under the microphone. There we go.
And he's back.
And I'm back.
Oh, dear.
When you hear that noise, that means we've gone under the microphone.
I want a shirt of Michael with his head under the microphone.
I'll make it. I'm editing it right now.
Anyway.
You don't have a picture of it?
I'm gonna grab a clip art of a microphone and grab a photo of you off of fucking Facebook
I'll save that for later.
and just put your face under a clip art microphone, and that's just gonna be the photo.
Make sure he's smiling because he was definitely smiling. I'm not going to be able to get that out of me.
All right. So you got a 6 degrees for us, I hear.
Yeah, you can't edit a photo right now because you have to give us a 6
That's
degrees.
true.
You can edit while you're waiting for us to figure it out.
So I was thinking about this, and you kind of brought up a good point, and I think you guys may be able to solve it pretty easy with the movies that we were talking about last week.
Yes.
I want to do ones with actors that have been kind of in the news lately. Actors specifically that have been in the news lately. Mm-hmm. So those two actors are Brendan Fraser and Natalie Portman.
Okay. I'm writing this down because for some reason writing it down makes me feel better.
I was able to do this in 5 steps.
Brendan Fraser and Natalie Portman. Didn't we just do Natalie Portman? We did. We just did a Natalie Portman one, didn't we?
No, that was a while ago.
It's been a bit.
Yeah.
It's been
Wasn't it
a
like
hot
2
minute.
weeks ago?
No, it was longer than that.
Has it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But we did her already.
That's
Or
fine.
was she just in it?
We did Natalie Portman already.
We did her. We all did her.
Well,
Maybe-
if that
maybe
rap
she-
of hers is any indication.
Maybe
That
she
was
was.
that Natalie Portman rap 2 was not good.
there was a sequel?
Maybe she was just in it. I don't
Bummer.
know.
It
Anyway,
just came out like 2 weeks ago.
Brendan Fraser and Natalie Portman.
Yes,
I didn't
so-
realize these guys were in the news.
Yeah, Brendan Fraser's come out recently about why he feels he's been blacklisted from Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
And I saw an interview with him, and he looked so sad and different, and I don't know. It was weird.
Like if I was sexually harassed by a studio head, I would rethink my career, especially if I've made good money.
Absolutely.
And it's one of those things, like he's still doing a movie every once in a while, but it's not the same. So, but that's besides the point.
Yes.
6 Degrees of Separation is a game that we play here on the podcast where we link two random actors, and we do that within 6 steps, kind of like Oracle of Bacon, Kevin Bacon style. 6 degrees. So you need to know the name of the actor, and you need to know the name of the movie. You need to do it in 6 steps, and we're going to do 5 minutes.
Sounds
I'm
great.
going to start it at the time of hill.
And
so
while we do that, we're going to take a brief word from a person.
On your mark. Get set, go.
Brendan Fraser, The Mummy.
Now, the
Mummy
hardest
Returns.
one for me is, I can't think of anything Natalie Portman's been in.
Oh.
Besides Star Wars.
Natalie Portman, Star Wars, Guardians.
Hey friends, it is I, your humble host Charles, just checking in to see how things are going. Hey, would you be interested in checking out some of the other cool podcasts that we've been working on over the past few months? I would love to hear what you think of each one. And that's pretty much it. I want to spend some time talking about the super rad projects we are currently working on and give the first commercial to a show that starts releasing today. So that first show is Working Out The Kinks, which is a feminist, LGBTQIA plus inclusive, kink positive look at sex and sexuality. I help produce the show, but the mastermind behind the show is my incredible friend, Jesse Hitch. We've been working on interviewing incredible and interesting people about sex. For instance, we've interviewed the content manager at Hustler Broadcasting about her job, which is to literally watch porn for a living. It's an interesting conversation and really eye-opening about the porn industry, and I highly recommend this show. If you're listening to the show in the future, you can find the show wherever you find your podcasts, but if you're listening on Wednesday, March 5th, the day that this episode goes up, it is probably not going to be on any podcasting aggregators yet. So a link to the show is also in the bio, and new episodes release every other hump day. Kind of fun, right? So the second show is Talk and Roll, which is my longtime love child. It's a real play 5e D&D podcast where myself and a few close friends who have never played D&D before play that fucking nerdy Dungeons and Dragons shit. It's awesome. I love it. We've got 4 episodes already recorded. The first 2 released on Saturday the 17th. Episodes after that release every week. And as Dungeon Master, I got to play the most intricate role I've ever got to play as an actor, which is a squirrel. No more spoilers. No more. Go check out the show next week. We've got a number of shows that are being worked on soon, and I can't wait for you to hear all of them. They are excellent and really worth your time. Anyways, enough about us. Let's start talking about you. Thank you so much for listening to our show. Over the last couple months, our average number of listeners has doubled, and we couldn't have done that without you. If you like the show and you know somebody who needs a good laugh, I hope you would consider sending them our way. We would love to have them be a part of this wonderful family. Thanks again. And as always, I love you.
Welcome to Working Out the Kinks, a feminist, LGBTQIA+ inclusive, kink-positive look at sex and sexuality. I am your host, Jessie Hitch. Topics on the show will include the climate of sexuality on campus, teaching sexuality on a global scale, and porn addiction in society. It's funny, it's heartwarming, and it's informative. Episodes release every other hump day on your podcast app of choice. You can find out more about this show and some of our other incredible podcasts at www.krfcfm.org. Just remember, proper communication and consent, folks.
Good set, go.
Brendan Fraser, The Mummy.
Now,
The
the
Mummy
hardest
Returns.
one for me is, I can't think of anything Natalie Portman's been in. Besides Star Wars.
Natalie Portman, Star Wars, Garden State, Zach Braff. If I knew the name of the guy, I could connect the guy from Garden State to Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern.
Okay.
But
who's in? She's in all 3 prequels, right?
she is. Yes.
So who's in those? Samuel
Hayden
Jackson,
Christensen,
Ewan McGregor,
Liam Neeson.
Samuel Jackson, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Samuel Jackson's one. Liam Neeson's one. Ewan McGregor, Frank Oz, of course.
All right.
Hayden Christensen.
Stars matters not.
Hayden Christensen and Samuel Jackson are also in Jumper.
Okay.
Anyways, that's neither here nor
What
there.
was the movie she was in where it was like a poster of her or something that we talked about before?
Jackie?
Wasn't that Natalie Portman? No.
The Annihilation movie?
Oh, Annihilation. Yeah, she's in Annihilation. I don't know anybody else who's in that.
I think it was something else, but whatever. That's
Anyways, no, Natalie Portman, Garden State to Zach Braff would be an easy one, as well as, Star Wars to Liam Neeson, Samuel Jackson, any of those guys. So, Brendan Fraser. I always go blast from the past.
I got it because Christopher Walken is in Pulp Fiction with Samuel L. Jackson.
Boom. So we've got Brendan Fraser, Blast in the Past, Christopher Walken, 2 Samuel Jackson in Pulp Fiction, and then 2 Star Wars prequels, any of the prequels with Natalie Portman.
Awesome.
Attack of the Clones.
That was good. That was pretty quick, too.
145.
Nice. See, like, I knew when we were saying some of the other movies this last time that we did it that you guys would solve it pretty quickly. And I was like, oh, I'll still go with it. It'll be fun. So how I did it was a little bit longer. I went, how did I do this? I have to go back really quick.
Should we come back from the show?
We're already back.
We're back.
We've been back.
I didn't realize we were back. Lost in the darkness.
You don't understand, Kate.
Silence.
We are the island.
Surrounds you.
Okay, so I can't think of it right now, and my laptop's not working.
Can't think of what you had?
Yeah. So pretty much I went originally from. Oh no, I've got it. So I went. Brendan Fraser was in The Mummy Returns with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Oh, that's right.
He played the Scorpion King.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I went from that to Baywatch with Zac Efron.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I went Zac Efron to Neighbors with Seth Rogen.
I've never heard of Neighbors.
It's where he's like a frat boy and
Neighbors?
yeah.
Neighbors with Seth Rogen.
Is a dad.
I went Seth Rogen to The Disaster Artist. Is that it?
The Heir of Disaster.
With James Franco.
And then you went to Your Highness, didn't you?
Yep.
Nailed it.
Okay.
Yep. It's good.
You always go I haven't watched Your Highness.
It's good. It's sitting on my desk right now. Sid and I were going to watch it the other day. And
Which one is Your Highness?
It's the high fantasy movie with James Franco and Seth Rogen as getting high all the time.
Oh, I was thinking of something totally different. I was thinking the one with Judi Dench and the Indian dude.
With also James Franco and Natalie Portman. Yep. Can we please at some point make a Judi Dench, Seth Rogen buddy cop movie?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, please.
Oh.
Very good. Well, that was a good one. We did. Do we need to say ours, or are we going to play what we?
We already did.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was part of our.
Oh yeah.
thing.
I normally jump you guys in the middle of your conversation.
I don't know.
But,
What was that noise?
it was my surprised face and my inhale at the same time. Yeah.
Makes sense.
We solved that in 1 minute and 47 seconds.
So that
Go
means
team.
I need to watch something. What am I watching, guys?
Go Team Joel.
Is that your celebrity name? Jokel?
Joykel?
That's not good.
No.
No.
Think about this.
Michael.
Michael.
Mike Hole.
You gotta pay the troll toll to get inside this boy's hole. It's boy's soul.
Yes.
It sounds like you're saying boy's hole.
That's what I'm saying. Boy is soul. Yeah. No, so are we not going to do the raping the young boy scene? Okay, now we're just quoting Always Sunny. We need to move on. So I need to watch a terrible thing. What am I watching?
Well, I don't want to make you watch a terrible thing.
Make you watch a good thing. It's a good thing.
God dang it, I thought about this and I forgot to write it down. I should have written it down.
He gave me a very intense look for those of you listening.
Oh, man.
I want to see it. I don't know if it's on Netflix. But there's a few things that I'd like you to look. Again, Michael's doing something that you can't see. He has a flashlight in his hand, and he's pointing it at the thermostat.
At this point, we have to continue the bit.
The bat.
I'm sorry, I have to stop you, Joel, for a bit for this bet. We have to explain what the fuck Michael is doing.
So he has a pen-sized flashlight in his hand.
Here's a better explanation for our audience of what Michael is doing. He is imagining that he himself is the Doctor from Doctor Who, playing with his sonic screwdriver on the temperature thing in the room.
Thermostat.
You know what? I'm loopy too, and I forget words.
Side note, it was 70 degrees when we came in here, and now it's 73, so we must be really
hot,
warming it up in here.
We're so hot, guys.
It must be the thinking about crock pots.
Did you just turn it to 80?
It was already on 80.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's saucy. We're getting a little saucy in here. We're some saucy boys.
Getting back to the thing. Getting back to it. If it's on Netflix, have you seen Smoke Signals?
No.
If it's on Netflix, I want you to watch it. It's called Smoke Signals. I recommend it to everybody. It's one of my favorite movies, and it was a Sundance movie, and it got really popular. It's got Adam Beach in it, who some of you might know from SVU and a couple other things. And I can't remember her name, but she voiced Pocahontas and a couple other things. You'd recognize her if you saw her. And
this is an older movie. It's 98.
It is old. It is old. It's from the 90s, but it's underrated. I don't even know if it's really underrated. It's just not as well known. But if it's on Netflix, I'd like you to watch it.
Cool. Down.
And I'd like you to note the main character, or there's two main characters. He tends to call the other character by his name a lot. And you may get tired of hearing him say, "Hey Victor! Hey Victor! Remember that time your dad went to Denny's for the Grand Slam breakfast?"
It's like watching Lost. You just have to suffer through so much of whoa.
Or it's like watching The Room, not Room, but The Room. You have to make the distinction between Room and The Room. But when he's like, "Oh, hi, Mark."
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, hi, Claudette.
Hey, Victor. And by the way, I always want to say that to Victor, the music director, but I feel like
Nobody would get that reference.
nobody's going to get it.
for
I
sure.
know.
What you should do is you should do that and then be like, ha, it's from that movie.
It's from that movie, you know.
Well, like how your significant other always quotes Grease 2 when she sees me.
Yeah.
It's Michael!
Where does the pollen go?
We had a pity party this last week where we wore pajamas and we watched Grease 2, which you guys have seen Grease 2, right?
No.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, it sucks balls.
It's fucking weird. It's weird as it's so
It's basically Grease with gender swap.
right. So okay, I do want to mention one quick thing
Yes.
to Michael. Frenchie, you know, big character. She comes back to school to go back to school, right? She's in the first 3 minutes of the movie. She's like, "Yeah, welcome
Didi
back to
Khan
school."
from Grease.
Right.
Yeah. And then she's gone.
She's gone.
Poof.
She's on the rest of the movie.
And it's her, and I think the assistant, the principal's assistant who plays the xylophone.
Uh-huh.
And I think aren't those the only people that are from the original movie?
The football coach is the original.
Oh,
Actually,
okay.
both those ladies, the
principal too? I couldn't remember if she was-
they were both the same, but nobody else is the same. And like, it's this whole love story, right? And then like closer to the end of the movie, the fucking boy dies, or they think that he dies,
Spoiler alert.
and then he comes back to life, and he's riding a motorcycle. It's weird.
They fly away in a car at the end of Grease
Yeah.
1, so
Yeah.
I guess it's okay.
So
but
is that the prequel to
Oh,
Chitty
you know
Bang
what?
Bang?
I lied. There's one other character that's the same in Grease 2 that's in Grease 1.
Who? Eugene?
It's the fucking weird ass 40-year-old biker dude that was like against Danny in the first movie that raced.
Kaneki?
No, that raced against them.
Oh, I don't know.
But the weird like guy who looks like he's like 40 and there's a bunch of teenagers and he's racing against these kids. Same dude in this film.
Same actor.
Yeah.
Grease 2, I don't think it really should exist. Well, I shouldn't say that because you need to have bad movies to make good ones good.
Mm-hmm.
But the best song is Where Does the Pollen Go? Or I don't know if that's what it's called.
There's
and
a
it's
song
awful.
about like boning for America.
Yeah, and it's also like they're singing a song about what they're learning in class, and it's sexual innuendos because it's Grease, right? So anyway, but
Apparently they didn't like have the script written when they started filming the movie.
if Grease 2 is on Netflix, you should watch it.
Okay.
And don't have that flashlight in your hand because you'll get distracted.
Yeah, you're distracting me at this point. Anyways, Joel.
Yeah, I wanted to do another.
behind me.
I know. I wanted to do another something random disco this week.
Right.
Is there anything that you guys have discovered recently that you'd like to share with our
I
audience?
have
and each
one,
other?
and actually, this kind of
Let's hear
goes
it.
off of last week's conversation where you were talking about not having a podcast that you found creepy.
Yeah,
That I was thinking, why don't you make one?
I want to. I've been collecting scary stories for a long time, and the problem with sharing scary stories that are my favorite are, unless you can get rights to them, it's kind of hard to. I can't plagiarize, and I can't say this is da 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 by da 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 da, because you can get in trouble for that. But
Right.
I have been coming up with. See, he's doing it again, dude. Keep going.
No, I'm sorry. No, we have to do this. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, you should be sorry. Joel, I need you to really quickly explain what the fuck Michael's doing.
I just saw the wire from his headphones wrapped around his
Upper lip.
upper lip and lower chin like a goatee. Like
Evil electronic Michael over here. I'm so sorry.
I am the worst right now.
It's okay. We have to do it every single time you're doing something weird. We have to do it.
anyway, I am collecting stories, and I would like to do a scary podcast that people can listen to, because the ones that I found, when I say I can't find something scary, it's not that I can't find scary stories, it's that I can't find scary storytellers. Because the stories that are the best, the people that tell them are way over, they're either overacting, or there's too many sound effects, or there's too much music. And I listened to this one for a long time called Creepy. and it's pretty good. The stories are pretty good. The guy just overacts a little too much, and it's not even that he overacts. It's just that I don't. It's like, dude, you don't have to do that. Just tell the story, you know.
Right.
And I'd rather hear a story like someone's telling it at a campfire, and that's what makes it scary, is that it's a story, not, you know, I don't know, but so that's my thing.
So on this whole front, as I want to say two things. Number one,
I thought you were going to tell me about a scary podcast.
No, I want you to create one. And first off, I do want to talk about a podcast that we are releasing as of today. It releases at some point today. Is the first episode of Working Out The Kinks, which is a sex and sexuality podcast that we're releasing. Super good. I don't know if we're gonna air an episode on this podcast. I don't think so, but it's really good.
Maybe a preview.
A preview probably, but we're talking with really interesting women in the sex industry, right? That's not the scary part. Well, I do want to.
It is for me.
No, okay, I'm editing that out. I'm fucking editing that out.
Okay, keep going.
But anyways, I found this really, really cool app,
Yes.
right, called Anchor, right? And the whole premise of Anchor is it allows you to record podcasts, upload them, edit them, publish them, all from your cell phone.
Oh, okay.
That's
So-
very spiffy.
And the audio quality is surprisingly good for like being a phone
Do
mic.
you, do you just record it off of your phone's microphone?
You
or
literally,
can you...
like, I will show you, like, you do this, right? You go to the app, right? You can choose music from Spotify to put on your podcast legally, right? You press the microphone, it says, hey, slide your finger or hold your phone up to your face, and then you can record audio by holding your phone up to your face like this, and then it's done.
Well, I'm hoping to find something that I can do on my iPad, because I don't have a computer. Like, my iPad is my computer, so...
Seriously, like, download Anchor. It's super good. I'm
Well, I have
messing around with it.
and you can probably get a lightning adapter for
Well, I have
any sort of...
I have a microphone,
Oh, there you go.
a lightning microphone. That,
Your lav mic that you have, the little one?
yeah. And so, you know,
Check it out, dude.
I would love to do it. It's just a matter of finding time to do it.
Right.
So,
Understandable.
but like I said, I mean, there's a lot of stuff in my head, and so hopefully that will be something that I can do within the next 6 months. Or
Right. So that was specifically the one that I wanted to talk about, because that is such a cool app, and I'm going to be using it consistently.
What's it called again?
Anchor.
Anchor. Spelled like anchor.
Yes. Well, I mean, like, I was gonna like make fun, like, obviously it's spelled like Anchor, but like every single app is like Anchor, and then just
Like it could be ANKR.
yeah.
It's like fake block.
Yes.
I get that reference. What about Black Block?
Block, block. Well, we're not doing a chicken app.
Chicken fingers?
Yeah. See, it all ties together, folks.
Crockpot.
Oh, guys, we're getting tired now.
I have. Do you have a Discovery?
I don't.
You don't have one this week?
That's a wonderful discovery, and I'm going to probably get the Anchor app as well.
Joel, do you have one?
I do have a Disco this week. I've been watching it for the past several weeks, and I love it. It's called The Trixie and Katya Show. Have you seen this advertised? Mm-mm. Okay, it's on Viceland, which is a network that not everybody gets on their cable package.
I like Vice, and I like a lot of the stuff that they produce.
Yeah. It's kind of a weird network.
Yeah.
So the Trixie and Katya show, it's Trixie Mattel and Katya, who are
From-
two
yeah,
drag queens.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
two
yeah.
drag queens, and it's basically a podcast on TV, because they just talk to the camera.
So it's just like a radio show. That's
And
so
they,
cool.
they just share, but they're in drag, you know, and they're funny, and you know, it's just there actually is some information you can get from the show, because they share statistics and, you know, all kinds of funky stuff, but it's funny. So I don't know the exact times, because it's syndicated, I think, so you'll have to check out where it's playing near you, but I think it's on Viceland most places. So yeah, the Trixie and Katya show, check that out.
Will do. That's awesome.
I love Trixie and Katya.
All right, Michael.
Yeah, so a new How It Definitely Shouldn't Have Ended for you, gents.
Oh,
I'm kind of excited for this.
I am too, especially considering that it's like early spring and this is a Christmas movie.
somewhere in my well, I was going to sing Under You.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
so,
no.
like I was saying.
Go ahead.
Failed.
Go
we
ahead.
can try again if you want.
No, go ahead.
You can hum it. You're not going to sing the lyrics. Just hum it.
Okay, go.
Okay, yeah. So, just considering the fact that this is early spring and not Christmas time, it'll be interesting to discover an ending to this film, which is Home Alone. If you didn't gather that.
Okay, that's enough.
Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, so alternate ending to Home Alone. And, feel free to include one or both of the sequels.
Or all four, aren't there like 4 or 5?
Yeah, there's more.
But only 2 of them included Macaulay Culkin, right?
Yeah, 1 and 2 are the only ones with Macaulay. So
Did you see the one that Macaulay Culkin made? That's like the
the
one
update
recent
where
one?
he's like a grown up and he's Kevin
he's an
McAllister.
Uber driver.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great. If you haven't seen that, you gotta check it out.
I will.
Yeah.
I will.
But I don't think he ever even says Kevin McAllister. He's just like, yeah, my family left me one time. They went on vacation and left me at home. It's pretty great.
That's awesome.
Do you have an ending? You want to go first? Do you want me to go first? What do you want to do?
I'm still trying to picture this one because this is one that we decided pretty quickly, and I'm still trying to work out an idea for this ending.
All
now,
right.
here's my original thought. I want it to be kind of more of a realistic, kind of gritty ending.
Okay.
Right? Where I think that Kevin McAllister, we have to look at Macaulay Culkin now, right?
Okay.
To play off this. I think that Kevin McAllister, after, I think a lot of this is in his head and he's been fucking with these same guys for years,
Yeah.
right? He gets charged at 11 years old as an adult for manslaughter.
Oh, yeah, because most of those things could very easily kill those dudes.
Manslaughter. Oh, because he killed him. Okay.
Yeah. So this is kind of like where I'm going,
Okay.
Like maybe the birds eat the guys or something. Like I don't know. But
I think just like when they slip down the stairs, freaking breaks his neck.
Any number of those things they did in the first one, the paint can in the face,
Electrocution.
the falling off the zip line to the treehouse.
being electrocuted to the point where you turn into a skeleton.
That would do it.
Wow, what a hole! That's my favorite line in the whole movie.
Which is also the biggest line in the porn parody.
Or he gets the
wait a
wrong-
second! I'm gonna take that back. No porn parody of that movie.
Or he gets the wrong rifle, doesn't use an air rifle.
Shoots him right in the
Just
face.
shoots him in the face, and that's it.
Kevin, holy shot! I just shot him with holy shit! I shot him with a shotgun. Can't even talk.
So the parents should really go to jail.
Oh, yeah, for neglect?
Or at least be tried.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so much neglect. Like, what? Yeah.
Maybe they should just, be told, you have too many kids. Like,
Well, they don't have too many
there's
kids
a lot of cousins
because it's
and
2
stuff.
families.
Yeah.
It's 2 families of 6 children, but to drive all the way to the airport twice. Oh, I guess it's not twice. It's just once, and then the second one is a little more understandable because they don't know that he's on the plane because they're all sitting in different places. But
That shit wouldn't happen nowadays.
totally, it wouldn't.
should
Well,
have
it wouldn't happen
learned
because
your
of-
lesson and let's keep a better eye on Kevin this time.
Right? And it wouldn't happen this time because, the TSA would be like, this isn't your child.
Wouldn't a better sequel be a different child because they're so paranoid and focused on Kevin that Buzz goes missing?
Yeah.
And it turns into like a horror film, like House at the End of the Street kind of a situation. Is that a
Yes.
horror film? Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking
Oh
of.
Buzz
man,
kills everybody.
That's my idea for an alternate ending. Is Home
is
Alone
getting
2
dark,
is
guys.
Buzz gets
Well,
lost in New York.
Yeah, my ending is kind of dark because I go, well, first of all, I said that Kate ends up joining the polka band and leaving her husband and the family.
If I
the
got to
polka
hang
band.
out with John Candy, I would love that.
So I would like her to join the polka band. And Kevin actually teams up with Old Man Marley and they go after Harry and Marv and kind of do them in and take over their truck. This is all before the family gets
And
back,
then
by the way.
fight crime.
No. This is all before the family gets back. They steal the truck, and because Kevin's all screwed up and deranged from being dissed by his family, so he kind of goes that way. And I think Marley actually was kind of like that, and he wasn't as wholesome as we thought he was.
Yeah. See,
Otherwise, how would those rumors have started? Right?
I do like your idea of making this a Batman prequel.
God, everything goes back to Batman.
Right? What is with us?
And Robert's Blossom as Alfred, right?
Right.
Old Man
Yeah.
Marley as
Yeah,
Blossom. As,
Or if they did a a Footloose or whatever style reboot of Home Alone, just like at the end they just like get a chip implant and Kevin's like, all right, we are
always know where
never
he is.
losing track of you
GPS.
ever again.
Yeah. Home Alone could have gone so many ways. It's actually, it's obviously it's a great wholesome family film, but you change the score and you change some of the lines, and it could be a horror film.
Well, I mean, like, you look at the YouTube videos where, like, people have recut it into a horror film, right?
Mm-hmm.
The guy was freaking gonna bite his fingers off.
Yeah.
First thing I'm gonna do is bite off every one of these fingers, one at a time.
Holy crap! I mean, being a burglar is one thing, and getting abused by a psychotic child is another thing. But to choose to lean into that deranged mentality, oh man.
Okay, I do have a question about Home Alone.
Mm-hmm.
Why was Joe Pesci the police officer in the house right at the beginning of the film?
He wanted to find out all the information
was
from when
staking
the
it out.
families were leaving.
I know.
casing it, yeah.
I know.
But
But why was he in the house just hanging out? Shit,
Because
Mr.
the
Police
door
Officer?
was wide open and everyone was just running around like crazy.
I don't know. I guess somebody let him in, maybe, and
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they thought he was the pizza guy at first, and
or they were like, "Let me go get my mom," and then they forgot.
yeah.
Okay, that makes
I've
sense.
never even thought of that. You're right.
No,
Like,
I
why is
watched
he just
it
standing?
recently enough where I'm pretty sure
There's
that
an
something
explanation?
like that happened.
Okay.
Because I was paying attention to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There are deleted scenes. I think they do show him being let in or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I could
There's
have
also the murder that they cut out at the end too, where they just like brutally murder the two,
Right.
the wet bandits.
And it becomes true about the old man and using salt to dissolve the bodies.
Mm-hmm. Oh Jesus. Yep.
Why the hell did you take your shoes off?
Why the hell are you dressed like a chicken? I really want me and Seth to go as Harry and Mar for Halloween.
Oh, you guys would be amazing at that.
Because we're kind of the right build, you know?
Yeah,
I'm
you
a
would
little
look like
short,
it.
pudgy guy, and he's a tall, skinny guy.
It would work. We just need to get. Who should we get to be Kevin with you guys?
I don't know.
Jalen.
Jalen. No, that
I was
was.
thinking Eli.
We'll get somebody. But anyway.
I'm really liking the Jalen idea. I'm fucking tired, guys.
Yeah. Let's wrap this.
That's a wrap.
All right, my nose is a little sniffly too. I'm gonna sniff again.
Quit banging on that. It must be all that coke you did earlier.
Yeah, it's wearing me out. You know what they say about when you do coke? You get tired.
once you pop, the fun don't stop. That's
Yeah.
what I heard.
Yeah. As always, guys, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. Thank you to you both for doing 2 episodes this week, so that
You're welcome.
so that we would have an episode while Michael's out of town. So I've got a question for you guys before we go.
Yes.
What would a podcast? Okay, so you both have taken time off of the podcast, right? Since we've been doing this, what would you guys do if I was gone?
Mess around with the soundboard for one thing.
Well, you're still not allowed to touch it. Officially.
I don't think I'll ever be.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. in
Just
another
have to
episode.
use-
Just the way my life is going, I haven't had time for a training yet. You know.
We just have to use our old shit like we did in my basement.
Yeah.
You know how to do that.
Oh yeah. So
But I don't know if we could have. I don't know if we would have a show with. I don't think any two of us are entertaining.
it's true. There was that time that Charles and I just did a kind of review thing.
Yeah, but we didn't even like title it an episode.
Right. And it was like, God, that was boring.
Yep. So yeah, I do. Okay. As always, guys, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. I've got an idea that I'm gonna put out to you guys, but I can't say it on microphone. But as always, guys, thank you so much for listening. Have yourselves a wonderful week. I'm your host, Chet. I'm your host. Fuck.
I'm your host. Shit.
Do you see what's happening?
Greg Kinnear on Talk Soup. Did you ever watch him? Greg Kinnear on Talk Soup. He was the best. But there we go again. The under mic.
All right. As always, guys, I am your host, Charles Joseph Kelly.
And I am Rudolph. No, I am Michael C. Macbeth.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Nope. We're not going to explain that one. Just move on.
Fine.
He has a flashlight and he called himself Rudolph.
And
You do the math.
Because I put
He stuck the flashlight in his nose. In the nose. Anyways,
just the tip.
And who are you?
I am Kevin
Kinnear.
McAllister. Oh yeah, Greg Kinnear. No, I'm
Greg
Joel.
Kinnear on Toxin.
I'm Joel Adam Chavis.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
We're
are
so
done.
We're so
done.
sorry, too. And as always, guys, thank you so much for listening and have yourselves a wonderful
We
week.
had some Bill Cosby drinks up in here or something.
Oh, no. I'm so glad that that's at the end that I may be able to cut it out.
You put the pills in the